What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing?
I'm supposed to be here.
No, you're fine. Marg Davis is back. We're gonna do another Ask TVK. We're gonna ask me whatever you want to ask. So today's question comes from someone I kind of am familiar with. Her name is Natasha.
Hi, Natasha.
And she asked a question. Hey, friend. I wondered if at some point you could do an Ask TVK video directed towards musicians just starting grad school or going into their second year who are unsure about their careers and want to start putting themselves out there, / trying new things, / making contacts now so they can get a head start before being forced into the real world in 1 to 2 years. So what are some things that you can do, Marg, to really get yourself out there?
Well, I am in a similar position to Natasha in that I am just recently graduated from my undergraduate degree. Unlike you, you're like
I just finished my
doctor.
master's.
He's a professor.
I'm a professor.
Wind.
Oh my god, I'll just be the dead cat. I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, I just started my Instagram and putting music on there, and my what is it? YouTube. That's what this is.
Thing right here.
Yeah, I just started, and it's like, I think it's really helping me gain confidence to see people respond positively, and it's also just helping me to feel productive, to realize that like I'm finally like getting some music out and having people hear like this is what I like to do, and trying to gauge like do people like this. And I think the biggest thing is like just kind of getting over the nerves associated with it, because it's tough to just come out there and like accept that like probably not very many people are gonna see this for a while, but just to like get it out and get over it and do it and like take the plunge has been like really exciting for me.
I agree.
I recommend it.
Do it. Yeah, so what I think, Natasha, could be really helpful is maybe doing some social media, but a lot of people are, let's say that's not your bread and butter, because it's not for everybody. I don't recommend it to everybody. I don't need more competition. No, what I really would suggest is whatever gigs that you do get, performances, it doesn't really matter. Make sure you talk to as many people as possible and have meaningful conversations and ask about them. The biggest thing for building a contact list is asking. Always be interested in what the other person has to say and genuinely ask great questions, because when you do that, you're gonna find something. You're gonna find something that they need help with. And it's not at that moment when you're talking with them, but if you get to know the person and you see them a couple more times, you can literally bring up, let's say I was meeting Marg Davis for the first time, and she's like, "Yeah, what's up, girl? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, I see you.
Ooh,
I see you." No, in all seriousness, let's say I asked her a bunch of questions, and she told me that she wasn't really sure how to record her harp very well. That's at that moment, and that first time I hear that, just file it away. And so later on, when I see her again at a gig, I'm like, "Hey, so how's the whole YouTube thing going? I remember you said you were having trouble miking things up and everything." She's like, "Yeah, it's not really working out." Well, if you're interested, I could help you like mic up your harp, and we can get you recording really good. So be selfless, find ways to help people out, and see if what you have to offer can help better their lives. And when you do things like that, if you come from that angle, you will make so many close contacts that will want to reciprocate that action back towards you, and that's how you start building your contacts, and that's how you start really perpetuating your career after school.
This is coming to you from like a brilliant conversationalist. I was talking to Drew the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I just made like a trailer for my channel," and he said, "He."
Yeah.
It was the perfect response.
But it was through text. Text is not how you make contacts.
But I knew exactly how you were saying it. It was just
he. No, I added 2 E's at the very end of the last he.
A tenuto.
A tenuto he. So yeah, guys, seriously, it's all about making friendships. That's what it's all about, making friendships, playing with good people. And I think the second most important thing, very close to the first most important thing, is arriving on time and being prepared.
Big time.
Every single time, because they will talk.
Also, be really courteous of other people's time. I think that's really important. I had a gig recently, and it was like in about 15 minutes, so I was like almost there and like ready to go. And then they told me like, "You can come at 6. Like, they told me I could come in like half an hour, like an additional half an hour from when it was supposed to start. And I was like, my instruments in the car, it's hot out, and they were like, oh, you can take a walk, and I'm like, I'm not gonna leave my instrument in the car. Like, I play the harp, bro. So yeah, be courteous of people's time, because that immediately like was kind of like a stressful thing at the beginning of this project, and it's important to remember that like people have stuff to do.
The best way to make contacts is to make friends. The best way to start building a career for yourself, so when you leave school in 1 to 2 years, is to just start doing the things that you want to do while you're in school. In small doses, but making the most out of them. And then once you leave, you just say, hey, I'm around, shoot messages, take people out to coffee, ask questions, and that's how you make contacts.
And that's like another thing, like Drew is like so genuinely just like down to help people out, you know? Like, I didn't like know you super well when we first met, and you were just like immediately so open to like, let's get coffee, like let's talk, like what are your goals? These are my goals, you know, just like open book. And I think that's like a really cool way to live your life.
Yes, queen. But anyway, I hope that answered your question, Natasha. Thank you so much for asking it, and thank you for watching. If you need any more help, if you have any questions about anything about in life or music, comment below using the hashtag AskTVK. You can ask TVK on Twitter, you can ask TVK on Instagram. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna compile all these questions and I'll make sure that I can give you the answers you need. So if you liked the video, smash that like button. And if you need some more help, check out my last video, right? And nobody likes a brat. And this is something I want all of you guys to take away from this question. I want you guys to never really place your self-worth or value as a musician based upon where you sit in the orchestra. It doesn't matter where you sit in the orchestra. You always have the chance to be a leader in some way.
That was so funny.